Hello, everybody. How's it going? We have us another games showcase on our hands here. This is the spring showcase of the Future Game Show. I think I got to turn it down a little bit. Have to adjust the volume as we go. But yeah, how you guys doing? This is about 90 minutes from what I understand. I got my notes ready in case I need to jot some games down. This is also being streamed in 4K, I think, for the first time. I feel like in the past, this show has always been like really low quality, like 720. So glad to see that they're finally upgrading. Here we go. Going to space. That's an expedition person. That's South of Midnight. That looks like a Gundam. I know there's a Gundam game.
Please welcome your hosts of the Future Game Show Spring Showcase, Jennifer English and Nolan North.
Old Nolan North.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Future Game Show Spring Showcase. My name is Jennifer English, though you probably know me best as God's favourite princess and the most interesting girl in the world, aka Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3. It's a pleasure to be here in this, how would you describe it?
Ominous.
So we got
Ominous
Shadowheart and
to get you
Nathan
all
Drake.
up to speed with the latest video game news, though, as you can see, I won't be braving this journey alone, as I'm joined by a man who needs no introduction.
Thank you, Jennifer. But alas, I'm going to subject you all to one anyway. Yes, it is I, Nolan North, the voice of Nathan Drake, Dr. Richtofen, and a bunch of other guys you've probably spent 30
Trying to
or so
remember, is he
hours
the
with while
consular
sitting
in
on your
SWTOR?
couch. If you haven't heard of me, it's
Or
because
Jedi
I
Knight?
recently took the substance. And now there's this British dude called Ben Starr who's running around taking all the jobs I used to get. He even hosted one of these shows, I think. Need to do something about that guy.
Murder.
But that's a problem for another time, because over the next 90 minutes, we are laser focused on introducing you to a new generation of great games.
You can expect plenty of gameplay trailers
Who?
and a series
Nolan
of
North.
presentations from some of our industry's brightest developers. And there's also going to be some world premieres which will be revealed as we work through today's show. No harm in a little mystery, don't you think?
Never. Speaking of which, we've got
She
one to
has a
kick us
crazy
off, and I'm
voice.
not one to keep the good people waiting. This is the next project from People Can Fly, the team behind Gears of War and Bulletstorm. Let's get into it, shall we?
Let's.
Bulletstorm, we had that on the quiz. This is another one of these open world survival games. Kind of looks that way. Lost Rift.
Okay, now we're cooking. That was your first look at Lost Rift, which is coming to Steam Early Access later this year. But you can wishlist it right now and join the Lost Rift Discord for more information. Now, Jen, I feel like you'll have something to say about this next trailer.
Yes, this one is quite special to me. We've got a new trailer for Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and it's all about the character I'm playing.
For those who
in the
don't
game,
know,
which is,
literally everybody
now
who
on
has
this
played this
giant
game in early
screen
access
behind
or
me.
preview are saying
I
nothing but
cannot
good things
wait
about it.
for you all to hear how her story unfolds. But for now,
Like, this is gonna be
here's
like
an
a Game of the Year
introduction to
contender.
Your new favorite character in video games ever, Maya. Lumia is not my home. Not the way it is for you.
Having second thoughts about the expedition?
Please. I'm more ready to go than you are.
The rest of us only have a year left, but you've got 9 good years before your Gamage. You don't need to leave yet.
1 year out there is better than 9 years in here. The dance begins. En-garde. Precise strike. Finesse and grace. How can you keep going like nothing happened?
About a month away from that one.
Love to see it. That was a closer look at Jen's character, Mael, in Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
It's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox on April the 24th, so not long to go now. I do hope you get a chance to check it out, and if you don't, I will crawl through this screen and fight you.
Okay, hard pivot away from the Belle Epoque now, as we've got the next game from the horror maestros behind the award-winning Stasis series. Here's a closer look at Animal Use Protocol.
Stasis? Nobody
With
talks about
trepidation.
stasis.
This place, wrong. This place, not right.
You say that about every place.
With insistence, wrong. Smell wrong. Smell bad.
Smells the same to
With
me.
urgency, move. Now under, hide.
Okay. If this
With
isn't
growing
another...
impatience, be quiet.
It looks like it's strapped to his back. Yeah, the mouse on top of his gun has like a monitor strapped to his back.
You're sure this is the right way?
With indignation, pathfinding, very good. Better than smelly hate. Better than run, run, run. Paralyzed terror. Smelly hate, run. Run, 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 run.
That game's crazy.
Animal Use Protocol is coming soon to PC, so stick it on your wish lists if you want to see more of this Tamagotchi rat companion.
Now, as we learned earlier this year, Capcom's cult classic samurai series Onimusha is making a major comeback.
And thankfully, for those of us who want to catch up, there's a remaster of Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny on the horizon.
Here's an inside look from the game's developers with a focus on Hell Mode, a brand new one-hit kill difficulty setting for the masochists among us.
I will say this, so far this show has been pretty quick.
The name says it's all, really. Hell is an extremely hard difficulty mode. All it takes is one hit from any enemy, and you'll die instantly. It's not for the faint of heart. I haven't been able
Some
to
people like that
complete
kind of thing.
myself yet. But some members of the staff have been able to pull it off. So I hope everyone tries it out to see if they can get through it. The original game was the first time I was in charge of the direction. So
The
it has a
original one
special
had to be like,
place
what,
in my heart.
PS1
And
probably?
this remaster brings a lot of
PS2?
tweaks. Apart from the fact that the graphics are now in high definition, we've also included quality of life improvements to make it more fun to play. So if you're new to the series, this is a great time to start, especially since the first game is available too. I'd love everyone to experience the world of Onimusha and explore every nook and cranny. So I look forward to your support.
Capcom's remaster of Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny is coming to PC and consoles on May 23rd, later this year.
Don't miss it. Our next game is Nitrogen Omega, a turn-based tactical RPG, ooh, my favorite, where you control a mech full of mercenaries. Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's see this. This could be good. I like the art style. It's not an art style that you see very often. A sandbox tactical RPG. I'd like to see some gameplay on this and not just the cutscenes. Okay, that's cool. That one I'm gonna write down. Keep an eye
Our
on
love
it.
letter to shonen anime, Nitrogen Omega, is coming soon to PC. And now we've got another interesting game. It's the remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time.
What, they're remaking Baldur's Gate 3 already?
I'm afraid not.
Wah, wah.
Final Fantasy VII?
They did that already.
Divinity Original Sin 2?
Now you're just naming games you're in. Actually, this is a metafictional puzzle game where you unravel the
You're just naming
circumstances
games that
surrounding
you're
a
in.
lost JRPG from the 1990s.
I have literally no idea what you just said, but I am intrigued.
By the way, I will
I'm Lucas
mention
Emmanuel.
that
And I'm Jacob Dominic. And we're two members of CoinDrop Games, making the remake of the
Steam
end of the
is
greatest
gonna
RPG
have
of
like a
all time.
banner you can click on for this show that will have like
Remake of
every
the End of
game
the greatest RPG
that's
of all
shown.
time is a faithful recreation of the last hour of everyone's favorite RPG. You know, that one we all know. You'll start this remake at 99% complete in the middle of the last dungeon with an inventory just full of healing potions that you're just saving for the next boss. You somehow aren't remembering the greatest RPG of all time? That's okay. This remake includes the original game's manual,
Are they just
commentary,
making up
And the
stuff
game's
here?
director had to translate this part of the game.
They're just literally calling
entirely
this
by
game
hand
the
using a
greatest
Japanese
remake
to
ever
English
or whatever.
dictionary.
and even clips of an unreleased documentary.
I never loved anything that much, and the only way we're going to get that again is by staying exactly faithful to what that original game was.
If you didn't know what the greatest RPG of all time was, I suppose it would turn this into a deduction puzzle game where you'd have to use these bonus features, deductive reasoning, and a little bit of creative thinking to figure out how to complete the last hour of this epic RPG. Be for real. Who hasn't heard of...
Uh-huh.
We're still hard at work on this recreation of this all-time classic, but we hope you'll relive a little bit of the magic when we launch the demo for the remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time on April 25th, 2025.
It's a very clever name. What is the RPG.com? I like what they're doing with that. That's
The
nice.
remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time, yes, that is the title, lands on PC later this year with a demo launching on April the 25th. Now, I think think we've got another world premiere up next.
Yes, we do. This one's an isometric survival game based on a comic by Kyle Starks.
I hate this place?
Well, you can leave whenever you like.
Okay, see ya. No, it's actually... Never mind, just roll the trailer.
I get it.
Yeah.
The name of the game is I Hate This Place.
Those monsters only exist in your head, they said. Great material for your art.
Anybody know that comic
They
series?
actually believed them until that night. Feels like I've walked straight into one of my nightmares.
Zombie deer. It's a big spoiler. So far, we've had some games with some really good names.
I Hate This Place is coming later this year, but in the meantime, put it on your wish list.
Now for an update on a puzzle platformer where you tangle with the strings of fate. Here's the release date trailer for Once Upon a Puppet.
Pretty sure we've seen this one. Yeah, I mean, if we have time towards the end of this stream, we might install that demo for NeoGen real quick and just take a quick look at it.
Cute and creepy. That was Once Upon a Puppet, which is coming to PC and consoles on April 23rd.
Let's keep things moving with a trailer for a sequel 5 years in the making. Here's the latest transmission from Revenge of the Savage Planet.
I never played that first game.
The Shamalama's Ding Dong Academy presents the Ding Dong Influencer Accelerator Program, Extreme Routine. Speed it up, Shelly, to the extreme! The universally renowned Shamalama has a once-in-a-lifetime offer to accelerate your rise to be the galaxy's next top influencer. With our diaper protocol, your lane game gets insane clicks and subs, and you can go up train with a partner. The Ding Dong Influencer Accelerator Program Extreme Routine has 4 power-packed programs guaranteed to launch your profile to the stars, including Crash Test Dummy. Death is no longer permanent, but remains incredibly painful and hilarious.
This is very 90s,
Selfie Scout. Snag more selfies,
and I don't like
snapping
it.
stunning selfies in our proven Primo locale. Product Tester. Blow up your feed testing experimental products on space creatures. You're a freaking animal! STV Cribs. Now you can pimp your crib on the show everybody in the universe binges. Your kid's be dog. Complete all 4 tasks, and you can keep that sweet Chamois Lock spacesuit. Guaranteed. Crash Test Dummy. Clock clicks with your Chamois Lock Gold Lene spacesuit. Bedazzle your likes with each side-splitting demise. Selfie Scout. Sammy say cheese! Product Tester. Reporting any burns, crashes, or mutations. STV Cribs. It looks like a bad motel. You ain't no shabby. Now you a ding dong. Speed it up, Shelly, to the extreme.
Well, that was interesting. Revenge of the Savage Planet is crash landing on PC and consoles in May. What's next, Nolan?
This is Anaya, Life After Gods, an action platformer where you chart the ruins of an alien civilization.
All right, let's see it.
gods are dead, but we try to survive in their world.
Yeah, this game looks really nice. I'm digging this one. With a game like this, the character movement has to feel good. Same with the combat. If not, then they generally don't do very well. It almost has an 80s cartoon look to it a little bit, you know, kind of like G.I. Joe or Transformers or He-Man or... Father? Yeah, I'd write that one down.
Anaya, Life After Gods is coming soon to PC and consoles, but you can check out the demo on Steam right now. In fact,
Yeah,
you can
another
find all
demo.
games from today's show on the Future Game Show Steam page. Just type Future Game Show Steam into your search engine. It's pretty easy. Anyway, Jen, you were telling me earlier about this next one, so please
Yeah.
take it away.
So, Nolan, the best way I can describe this is that it's like Alien Isolation, yeah?
Yeah.
With co-op and velociraptors.
Clever girl.
It's Deathground.
We already saw a dinosaur game. That's very similar to this. And what's funny is there's like an official Jurassic Park game coming out that is also similar to this. Actually, those devs gave an update today saying that they're still working on it and it's progressing well and all that. There's the T-Rex boy.
Okay, Deathground is coming to PC later this year, so make sure it's on your wish lists.
Okay, we're breaking things up with our next section, which is a Future Game Show staple.
Every show, we pull focus onto 3 particular games that we consider, us two mainly, ones to watch in 2025.
And first up, we've got Kingmakers, the anachronistic siege simulator where you drive pickup trucks through cavalry fields in medieval England. Try saying that 10 times fast.
Okay. Anachronistic Siege Simulator, Anachronistic Siege Simulator, congratulations, I think I've sprained my tongue.
What?
Hello, I'm Ian Fish from Redemption Road Games, makers of Road Redemption and the upcoming Kingmakers.
We've seen this, says JT? I don't know.
In Kingmakers, you travel back to the year 1401 to help the real-life Welsh rebel Owain Glendower conquer England. In reality, his Welsh rebellion
I
was
have no
defeated and he
memory of
mysteriously
a medieval
disappeared.
game
so
with guns.
in 1401 England, you use modern weapons to help the outnumbered Welsh defeat English armies made up of thousands of soldiers. And everything in Kingmakers is real. The thousands of soldiers are all simulated. Furthermore, all buildings are fully navigable and fully destructible.
I don't know what to think about this. Kind of neat, but it's also really weird.
Soldiers can navigate complex multi-story castles with the same level of pathfinding fidelity you'd expect
Kind of like
from a
Dynasty
modern
Warriors with
first-person
guns.
shooter. Originally, we thought Kingmakers was going to be a cool simulation of what it would be like to go back in time with modern weapons. Would you be able to defeat a medieval army with an AK-47? Then we realized that if we're going to do this, we got to do it right. Medieval battles involve thousands of soldiers, so we're going to simulate thousands of soldiers. And this isn't like Dynasty Warriors, where soldiers kind of spawn into existence as you approach them. In Kingmakers, they're always there, running their AI all the time. Furthermore, we realized that a game with this scope, the player would want to be able to command his armies and fortify his own outposts, so it kind of grew from there.
That's cool.
It's now something completely unique. A shooter with real-time strategy elements that rival Age of Empires, and shooting gameplay that rivals Helldivers and Space Marine. Today we're excited to share a little bit more about
that's a good way to spin it. This is like Helldivers, but medieval. Okay,
Every
interesting.
building, castle, wall, and tree in Kingmakers is fully destructible. You can blow it up with a grenade launcher, take it out with an airstrike, or maybe even demolish it with a tank. And none of the destruction is scripted either. It's all dynamic, courtesy of Unreal 4's fast physics calculations. It's one of the reasons we didn't switch to Unreal 5. We experimented with Unreal 5.1 and Unreal 5.3, but nothing has been as fast on the CPU side as Unreal 4.
Yeah, UE4 has got so much dev
we're
in
excited
it.
to share that you and up to 3 friends can lead their own armies alongside yours and join in on your conquest of England in online co-op. This is the full campaign, full online co-op, no compromises. This means 4 players fielding armies of thousands, building their own fortifications and buildings, and attacking enemy bases either on their own side of the map or alongside you. We really wanted to make sure that all 4 players feel just as responsive to play as if they were all playing a single player game or as if they were each playing as the host player, even if your ping is not great. Kingmakers is coming to PC Early Access and hopefully to all major consoles. We'll have more to share about the game later in 2025. In the meantime, please wishlist Kingmakers on Steam. Thanks for watching.
I'll write that one down.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
This could be fun. I think that game is going to do very, very well.
Thank you so much to the team at Redemption Road for that closer look at Kingmakers, a game which isn't even out yet, but already has a live-action movie in the works.
I'm already on the phone with my agent to play the pickup truck, of course.
Speaking of live-action movie, it was announced that Split Fiction is
VR headsets
apparently getting
and
a
your
movie.
mobile phones for some reason. Don't worry, it'll make sense soon.
At Elsewhere Electric, we believe in power. The power to shape the future. Our state-of-the-art facility is the heart of that future, and we need you to keep it running. You
VR
and
game.
a capable partner, that is.
Okay, since this is a VR game that nobody cares about, I'm sorry.
Get juiced up.
Okay.
Yeah, here was the
I'm ready.
update on Jurassic
Let's get
Park
in there.
Survival today.
I see some symbols.
Yeah, the producer
jellyfish,
says
some
just
squiggly
wrapping up another
pipes.
performance
Think I've
capture
got
with
it.
some
Does that
more
work?
developers
Looks like it.
to come
3,
later this
2,
year. So
1,
they're still
turn.
working on it.
Ready.
So
Elsewhere Electric relies on teamwork, precision,
for those who don't know, that
problem
game
solving,
is
and efficiency.
crap.
For reasons which will become immediately
The
clear
Jurassic
once you enter
Park
our
game
facility,
actually
the
takes
true
place
nature of
like
our work
minutes
cannot be revealed to the
after
public.
the end of the
Your work
original
may be
movie,
challenging.
where you play as a
You're in.
scientist that got left behind.
Your work may be confusing.
I can see you. I can see you.
Your work will be dangerous.
We need to get this door open. There's something in here.
But it's a risk Elsewhere Electric is willing to take.
In the event of an incident-induced employee vacancy, a replacement installer will continue your work.
These sacrifices make Elsewhere Electric's important work possible. Because in our facility, power doesn't just keep the lights on, it keeps them from getting out.
Whoa! Ah!
Elsewhere Electric, a puzzle game powered by 2.
That was your first look at Elsewhere Electric, a cooperative puzzle game where players work together to explore an abandoned facility. Don't try that at home, I'm pretty sure it's illegal. It's coming to PC, VR, iOS, and Android later this year.
All right, this next one's for all you impudent insects out there.
What?
If you haven't heard, the cult classic immersive sim System Shock 2 is getting a definitive remaster from Night Dive Studios.
And we just so happen to have the release date ready for you.
Wait, so they remade System Shock 1 and now they're remaking System Shock 2?
Your time is running out.
This place is a womb where we grow our future.
Your weapons fail. Your ammunition runs low.
And you've yet to see our most beautiful creation. All you have is your hatred and your individuality.
Now don't you wish you joined us?
I think I'm hearing Shadowheart's voice here. Very lightly. I've never played the System Shock games. Is anybody in chat? That's nice when they do that. Here's what the new one looks like versus the old one. '25th anniversary. It's been 25 years. Man.
You heard it here first, folks. The System Shock 2 25th Anniversary Remaster launches on June 26th, 2025.
And speaking of good old games, you may have heard about the
GOG?
recently launched preservation program from our friends at GOG. It's a commitment from one of the industry's foremost digital storefronts to maintain and preserve classic video games for future generations.
A noble pursuit indeed. System Shock 2 is already part of the program alongside other golden oldies like Alpha Protocol and SWAT 4, both of which I was in, by the way. So, thanks, guys.
For the Spring Showcase, we've partnered with GOG to reveal some more titles that are coming to the program. Who knows? Maybe one of your nostalgic favorites will pop up.
And I'll be in it.
Probably.
Sometimes it just takes a single sound, sentence,
Hello, my friend.
or quick glimpse to awaken that emotion. A warm feeling that brings back all the memories of times when all the problems didn't matter. It was just you as a superhero, fighter, racer, knight, waiting to conquer the world. Games are part of you, us. They're a part of culture, part of what makes us human. Without preservation, all the emotions, creativity, stories, and innovations behind them risk being lost forever. How can we ensure everyone can play games today, tomorrow, and for years to come? Devs, share the source codes, artwork, and even collectibles that you own with museums so they don't get lost. Gamers, play these games and talk about them. Make them live forever. Vote and share your gaming stories
Freelancer.
on GOG
Woo-hoo.
Dreamlist to help bring more games to the GOG Preservation Program. Games within the program are
Here's
maintained
my
by
magic.
us and guaranteed to always work on modern computers. We've already future-proofed more than 100 titles. Today, we are happy to say that the GOG Preservation Program is expanding with even more titles. You can play all of them right now on GOG.com. Let's take a look at the new arrivals.
Tomb Raider series, all of them? Fallout 2, all right. Alone in the Dark, 1 through 3. Ultima. Vampire the Masquerade. Wing Commander. Everybody likes a good Wing Commander. Fear, Jagged Alliance. Privateer. I think the dev who worked on Freelancer also did Privateer. Yep.
Do us a favor and head over to GOG.com to peruse the expanded Preservation Program library. We've also collaborated on an FGS-themed sale, which you can find by heading to GOG.com/FGS. Okay, at this point, you're probably thinking, Nolan North, why are you on the balcony? Where's Jennifer? Well, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not so sure myself, but we're about to throw it out to a series of back-to-back trailers while I look for her. And way down. Jen? Jennifer? Anyone?
Oh, this game we've seen.
Why the walls around our capital
Or I've seen, I
exist.
think.
This world fell to the forces of darkness.
Again, they're
Its light
going
is
Elden Ring,
replaced
but
by
with a side
shadows
scroller.
and the terrors that lurk within them.
Even with like the VO you're hearing. This game looks kind of neat. Love the art style.
With our faith in the Divine One and the power he bestows on me, can we thrive in a corrupt world. Inquisitor, a word in private.
Yeah, that game was cool. By the way, speaking of difficult games, Hazelight announced today that in Split Fiction, there is a secret level that is so hard that the first 2 people that can beat it will get a essentially free vacation to visit Hazelight Studios, and they get to check out Hazelight's next game.
Party on the promenade, every day is a parade. Stay up for the masquerade, the party goes all night. I accept your adulation.
This right here is a Who Dat Dog kind of game.
At Dutch's Razzle Dazzle Dream Hotel. Yeah.
Dr. Svetlov, let's take this lunatic down.
Oh, this game, I've played this game. I actually just put this game up on YouTube today.
That's handy. Getting this fixed up.
They're coming.
I've never seen anything like this before.
I thought this game was alright.
Svetlov's planning something big. If we're lucky, he'll show himself. Svetlov's called Hideout. Any idea how many people he's got with him? Stay sharp. Svetlov could be anywhere.
So it's got a release date, April 15th. World premiere. Is this like Toy Story meets... Oh. Well, is it like Toy Story meets Splatoon, kinda? But it's a card game? Is this one of these multiplayer racer games? Kind of like,
Oh, thank God I made it.
Uncle Nolan, where have you been?
It's okay, it's okay, I'm sorry. That just took so long. It's really way up there. It's not a camera trick. If they ask you to go up there, do not do it. Okay, what's next?
While Uncle Nolan recovers, let's take a look at Neighbors Suburban Warfare, which is
there's
kind
a
of like
lot
Rainbow
of
Six
Neighbors
Siege,
games.
except with pigeon poop bombing runs. Yes, you did hear that correctly.
Another series
And
I've never
backyard
played.
doors.
She said poop.
Are you okay?
I can't breathe.
Okay.
I don't even know if this one is in the same genre as the other ones. For some reason, I was thinking they were story games, but maybe they're not.
Reaffirm your property boundaries in Neighbors Suburban Warfare, which is launching in early access on April 17th.
We've got a developer presentation for Hawthorne up next. This is a sandbox RPG where you build a whimsical community of woodland creatures. Very, very cottagecore gay. I'm in.
Adorable.
Hawthorne is a sandbox RPG realm of anthropomorphic animals and fairy tale creatures. Play solo or co-op as you recruit villagers and build a village
I
of
want to be an
memorable
owl.
NPCs. Defend against the elements and against forest tricksters. Celebrate the season's traditions. Farm, craft, and explore an ever-changing world bigger than the small creature you play. Bringing this nostalgic world to life has been a long-term dream for us, and we're thrilled to be doing it
Oh,
alongside
you
our
can
players.
ride an owl. You're like a mouse. You can, okay.
Hawthorne will leverage our experience making some of the world's most beloved RPGs to establish a new genre that blends the emergent fun.
You want to know what this reminds me of, and I don't know why?
Simulation of village life.
Anybody remember the old cartoon from
It's
the
a fantasy
80s,
home
early
you can
90s
keep
called
returning
Secret of the Nim?
The different playable species have asymmetrical abilities and limitations. You, your friends, and your NPC followers must work together to complete jobs around the village. Differentiated species, together with our procedural storytelling, combine to make each player's story in Hawthorne
got a fish.
unique and enjoyable experience.
We're a small team of experienced developers bringing Hawthorne to life as a true passion project. This game is currently self-funded to keep creativity at its heart. And now, with our incredible community, we have the chance to build something unique and memorable. Join us on this adventure. Follow and support our Kickstarter to help us bring the nostalgic joy that is Hawthorne to the world.
I like what they're doing with that. I don't know if it's my thing.
A Kickstarter campaign for Hawthorne is coming soon, so keep an eye on the developers' socials for more information.
All right, for the Future Games Show historians out there, this next game appeared at the very end of last year's Spring Showcase as our one more thing.
You know, Jen, while we're on the topic of history,
Mhm.
back in my day when Emily and I hosted the first Future Games Show, it was all remote. None of this real in-person stuff. I mean, you kids don't know how good you're getting it.
Back in your day.
Mm.
Yeah, when did Uncharted come out again?
They tell me 2007.
Yeah, I was definitely still in school.
At least you were born. Okay, let's just watch this new trailer for Industria 2.
At least you were born. I'd have to research this first game because I've never heard of the first one.
Grab my hand.
Thanks. Marlene, I need to find a way home.
I'm just as stranded as you.
God damn it.
But there is a sender at headquarters. I can show you the way if you help me arrive there in one piece.
Deal.
Nora, what was Atlas made for in the first place? Before it became this?
It was a sorting algorithm meant to scrape the universe base layer for data. I mean, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dimensions.
I guess it didn't stay that way.
Okay.
defy an insatiable artificial intelligence in Industria 2, which is coming soon to PC.
Another world premiere now, and this one has a little historical kick to it.
As well as some zombies, because why not?
The guy's getting chased by a burr. Rome has fallen. So this is when Rome falls and it gets attacked by the zombies. Ah, yes, I remember this in the history books. I'd like to see how the, like, building and rebuilding works. Lasers. It's a big bird. That game looks alright.
Romestead is a survival game where you rebuild the empire after the fall of Rome. It's coming soon, but you can sign up for the closed alpha at romestead.com.
All right, ready up for our second ones to watch. This time, we're checking in with Compulsion Games'
here we go.
Deep
South of Midnight.
action adventure, South of Midnight.
Are you going to give this game a look, Novik?
Hello, I'm Whitney, and I'm the art director at Compulsion Games.
Hey, I'm Zaire, and I'm one of the writers at Compulsion Games.
Right now, we're working on South of Midnight. It's a third-person action-adventure game set in a folkloric version of the Deep South.
So in South of Midnight, you play as Hazel. Her mother gets swept away in a trailer during a hurricane, and as Hazel is looking for help, she encounters creatures who have like their own issues that she helps them solve.
Hey, Hazel. Who's there?
Yeah, it's gonna be on Game Pass, so it's like, yeah, might as well
Today
check
we're
it out.
excited to talk a bit more about the creatures, specifically our narrator, the catfish, who you meet, pretty early on in the game, and he's a pretty important character.
A talking fish. Nope. Ain't no way.
Catfish is voiced by a man named Walter. So we really looked for people who were from the South who would have.
Yeah, because this is an Xbox studio game. Compulsion is an Xbox studio.
He's a great guy. He's 70 years old, plays fiddle. Really cool. He was really excited about the project. I think this is one of his first voice acting jobs, if I remember correctly.
Go on now, scoot.
The other good thing about this is they've already announced it's going to be a fairly short game. I think they've said this is less than 15 hours.
You are set to heal.
So it's kind of like a Souls-like with a southern lore to it.
Cajun community that has been abandoned for many years, and as you explore that region, you understand kind of why it's been abandoned, what happened to Benji, why he became that tree, and what his connection to.
Or maybe
Rhubarb
Souls-like is not the right word. It's more like an action adventure game.
Off the grid character that you meet early on. You kind of get to know what their relationship is and what happened there.
You're welcome to try bottling up the pain, but the roots of this trouble go deep.
We have an awesome audio director, Chris, and he really wanted to make sure we had a special song for each of our main creatures you meet in the region, and that song tells a story, and you learn about the characters and the backstory through that song.
Benji his name, he saw things different. He was my shame, and I said goodbye. I said farewell. I took my hammer, my ticket to hell.
So the music is kind of done in parcels. So you'll get part of a story. So you'll get a few lines, maybe 2, 3, 4 times throughout each zone, and they tell a little bit more of the story. And then when you unlock most of the context, you'll have a final, either a boss fight or an encounter with the creature. And during that final encounter, like with Benji, when you're climbing the tree, you'll hear the full song.
Was my brother, Benji his name. He saw things different.
Yeah, they've done some
on
previews
Xbox
for this
Series
from like
X and
creators,
S,
and all the
PC,
creators have said
and
the
it's also
music is
gonna
like
be
10
day
out of 10.
one on Game Pass on April 8th. And in the meantime, feel free to
April
shout us out on
8th.
social media.
That's
tell your
like
friends,
real
pre-order
soon.
Wish list. Really get the word out there.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the show.
South of Midnight is coming to PC and Xbox on the 8th of April and will be on Xbox Game Pass from day one. Shout out to Compulsion Games for giving us a window into that world. Better yet, you can see more from South of Midnight in our FGS Live from GDC post show, which directly follows this broadcast. So stick around.
Okay, now we're venturing into the haunted landscapes of Pioneer next. It's a stalker-like MMO first-person shooter set in a dark alternate reality.
Pioneer. This sounds familiar.
Invaders flee. We will create a new world on the ruins of the old one, as the great raven bestowed.
We wouldn't have wanted it to end this way. We offer our sincere condolences and hope you will die with that understanding.
I don't want to spoil it for you. All you need to know is that we're going to have an incredibly fun time together.
That visually looks really nice. Kind of Fallout-y a little bit.
We believe that your appearance was a mistake and will continue to monitor you and your progress. Your actions are rapidly changing the course of events, and the general vector of changes is close to our worldview.
But here everything is strange. Our informant is weird. Our enemies are weird. The same goes for you too.
That was gameplay for the incredible-looking Pioneer, which is coming to PC in 2025. What have we got next, Jennifer?
Well, we're taking a trip to 19th century Brazil to check out a cell-shaded roguelike called Hell Clock.
Hell Clock. This is a Hades-like, I think. Even the art style looks kind of like Hades. Yeah, this is a Hades-like. Yep. Demo available. That's not how you spell Pioneer. You gotta get artistic with it, who dat dog.
Set your alarms because Hell Clock is coming soon to PC. There's also a demo available on Steam, so go check it out after the show.
Let's push things forward with a completely different game, one that asks you to be the MVP in PvP vehicular combat. Nolan, did I say that right?
I have no idea.
Anyway, here's Rivals Hover League.
Three, two, one, go. So is this kind of like BattleBots mixed with Rocket League? It's kind of what I'm seeing. Is there like a ball or something you gotta carry? Like kind of like capture the flag or something? Probably. Probably like a deathmatch mode. I feel like a game like that is gonna go one of two ways. It's either gonna be
Rival
massive
Hobby
or
is
it's gonna
coming
die
soon, but
immediately.
You can check out the alpha test on Steam. Time for something scary, I think. Nolan?
Yes, indeed. Let me introduce you all to Finding Frankie, a haunted parkour game show starring a cavalcade of creepy animatronics. Here's the latest from the game's developers.
Nope, I'm out.
Welcome back, lucky contestant. Let's get you up to speed on what's
Wait, is this just Fall Guys but in first person?
lucky people from around the world have been brought here to the world's largest indoor trampoline, water, and parkour park.
So they took, okay, so you take Five Nights at Freddy's and Fall Guys and put it into first person,
Not sure how that happened.
mix them together.
Oh well, you're still left. Over 3 stories of action-packed parkour obstacle courses.
Authorities have discovered 3 dead bodies on the premise of Frankie's Parkour Palace.
This is going to be a game show you won't ever forget.
By the way, Novik, how you liking Repo? I think I saw you stream it at least once.
Our viewers
Or maybe you've been playing it off stream.
We aren't going bankrupt, and this
It's
is
kind of the new hot streamer game right now.
Watch your step when Finding Frankie comes to consoles on April 15th.
Moving swiftly away from that terrifying image, we've got a special update from Tale Worlds Entertainment about their beloved medieval warfare simulator, Mount and Blade 2, Bannerlord.
Any Mount and Blade players in chat? I want to say I did a demo or something of this game. Or maybe it was like a test or something. I forget. Unleash the arrows. Ram the boats.
What a brilliant surprise. Mount and Blade 2 is getting naval warfare, a new faction, and so much more with the War Sails expansion, which is coming soon to PC and consoles.
And sticking with the seafaring theme, here's the latest on an Unreal Engine 5 sailing adventure inspired by Firewatch. This is Will Follow the Light.
So inspired by Firewatch, is it developed by the same devs? Firewatch was really good. I should stream Firewatch again. That was like one of the first games I ever streamed. Although, I don't know if I can get through the first 10 minutes without crying. It'd be rough. It's one of those games that starts on like a very, very sad story.
I will find you, wherever you are. Father?
Will Follow the Light.
Will Follow the Light is coming in 2025 to PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. What have you got for us next, Nolan North?
Well, how about a post-Ragnarok survival game? Okay, here's the developers of Cloudheim, Noodlecat Games, to give us the inside scoop.
Cloudheim. The art style looks very similar to the more recent Zelda games.
Hi, I'm Billy Quick from Noodlecat Games, and today we'll be exploring some of the combat in Cloudheim, our upcoming game blending crafting with physics-based combat. This is a Greeble, an aggressive little furball with a lot of teeth. You could hit him with a sword, but instead, let's kick him off this cliff. Greebles aren't the only threat out here, though. You'll also fight against heavily armored enemies like armadillos who roll recklessly through your allies.
Yeah, it's crazy how
You'll need to
similar
dodge
to
their rolls
Zelda
and then
this
attack
looks.
when their guard is down. Corvins,
They're
however,
definitely going
keep their
after that
distance with
audience.
ranged magic blasts. You'll want to pull them in close with your lasso to dish out damage. Our combat system is built around using physics to juggle your enemies. The longer you can keep enemies airborne with your kicks, lasso, and other abilities, the more damage they'll take when they finally hit the ground. Combine abilities and set up combos to maximize damage. Here, our character is placing down mushrooms and jump pads, bouncing enemies high into the sky. With the right combos, the battlefield will feel like a pinball machine. Play solo or team up with friends in co-op for coordinated combo
It would be a
attacks.
really fun co-op game.
While you explore the islands in Cloudheim, you'll come across mysterious portals that lead to dangerous dungeons filled with tough enemies and rare loot for crafting. You'll
So what-
grow in Cloudheim
what's
by
progression
mastering
look
weapons
like?
to gain abilities along 4 class pathways,
Okay.
each excelling in a different style of combat. Spellblades supplement their attacks with elemental magic. Outlanders break armor to create weaknesses. Treasure hunters focus on speed to exploit weaknesses. And sentinels defend and heal the team when dealing damage.
I can
Choose
be
the
a
weapons
healer.
and abilities that fit your style. You can freely switch your class just by changing your weapons, allowing you to focus on your favorite or make hybrid builds. Team up with your friends to create absolute mayhem. Our team has had so much fun coming up with unique abilities and wild combos, and we're excited to see what chaos you can create. Now here's Nasher to tell you all the really important details about how to wishlist Cloudheim.
I'm gonna write this one down. I'll keep an eye on it.
Thanks, Nasher. In case you didn't get that, Cloudheim releases this year. Wishlist it now.
That might be good.
Bring harmony to the realm when Cloudheim lands on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2025. And be sure to sign up to the closed beta if you want to check it out ahead of launch.
Okay. We've got another round of back-to-back trailers up next, so keep your wits and blades always sharp. No, wait, not in Faerun. Keep your wits and your wish lists primed. We'll be back shortly. Nolan, I've got to get up to that balcony in a bit. How did you actually get down from there?
Well, you know, they didn't just hire me for Uncharted on my looks.
Oh, so did you Nathan Drake your way down?
No, I just cried really loudly and the crew came and got me.
Classic.
Welcome to Section 13, a top-down roguelike shooter where an interdimensional outbreak is just another day at the office. Operating from the shadows, S2P is a globe-spanning paranormal research organization. Their mission? Capture and study things that go bump in the night. And Section 13 is where they keep the worst. Until now. With the best of the best unavailable, it's up to a team of disposable rank-and-file nobodies to get the job done.
So are they trying to
That's you.
XCOM this a little
Meet
bit?
Agent Red.
Kind of seems that way.
All right, Red, your time to shine.
She's new to the field, but don't let that fool you. She's packing cutting-edge mad science weaponry. She's one of 4 agents available to choose from.
I'm going to have
Whether
to
you're
science
going
the
in
heck
alone
out of this.
or bringing some help. Now, listen carefully. Whatever they were up to in that base, they weren't doing it on the books. There's something big down there. And it wants out. It's up to you to plunge into the unknown. Find the answers. Fight for the truth. And bring some light to the dark.
Yeah, it's kind of bullet helly a little bit as well. Kind of like a top-down bullet hell.
Section 13. Clock in.
Welcome, bandits from all over the world. We are Bandit Trap, a home security company, and our new line of home defense products needs to be tested. So we're calling on you to do the job.
It's an interesting idea for a game.
Your objective, try to loot all 10 treasures scattered in our prepared houses and escape from the robotic hands of our trapper. This little fella packs all the skills to achieve our ultimate goal.
Yeah, hard to compare this
Defend
to
home
anything else
and
that
their
I've ever
treasures
seen.
Against
Pretty
bandits
unique.
from all over the world.
These rings store thousands of citizen cores. Future inhabitants of Eden. You have to reach the top chamber and break the last remaining seal. Dropped straight into a hostile zone. This is exactly what hyper units were made for. Unleash your hyperpower.
Wonder if this is supposed to be like a Returnal type game.
You know you want to.
Or if it's
In the
more
name
like a
of duty,
Doom.
Courage and truth. I will protect the citizens.
We are standing on the edge looking towards the unknown. See you on the other side.
Metal Eden. That could be good. I need to know more.
Hello, Cybermyth combatants! Neon Abyss 2 is a side-scrolling action roguelike game with a cyber-mythological theme. The sequel stays faithful to what the fans love about the first game, using the original infinite item stacking feature and chaotic combat, while introducing new mechanics, new content, and refinement to create an exhilarating experience. Finally, you can get hands-on with Neon Abyss 2 yourself with our single-player open playtest, which is available right now. Don't forget to wishlist now.
Neon Abyss 2.
Hey, welcome back. Let's get back into the swing of things with a world premiere. I hope you like lonely robots.
I love them.
There was no guide for what we had to do, no manual for leaving a world behind. But even we knew we couldn't take everything with us. I left behind my greatest creation, a guardian, a caretaker.
This is Wall-E, the video game.
Its hands shaped to nurture, its heart programmed to protect. It works tirelessly now, crafting vessels from the bones of a broken world, sending sparks of life into the void.
Why does the sun go on shining? Why does the sea rush to shore? And oh, they know it's the end of the world. It ended when you said
The Last Caretaker.
The Last Caretaker is a survival game where you bring humanity back from the brink of extinction.
No pressure, I guess. It's coming soon to PC.
Now let's move on and introduce you all to Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days. It's a side-scrolling survival game set in a Texas city devastated by a zombie outbreak, plus an economic crisis and a scorching heat wave for good measure.
Now, stinky zombies I can handle, but hot weather, I'm British. Absolutely not.
Yeah, me too.
Swallow me down.
How long is this show? About 90 minutes.
Fire till the dreams went dead in the white of their eyes. Nothing's growing where they fell. I think I'd rather know hell. Oh, you don't know what you got till it's gone. The good times roll. It's only the end of the
Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days launches into early access on April 9th, which is just mere weeks away, people.
Get excited, but please try to enjoy each game equally.
Well, if you're looking for something a little more cheery, then we've got you covered too.
I was trying to see what her
Locomoto
necklace
is a cozy
was.
conductor simulator where you fix rusty trains and make hot cocoa for your furry friends.
I'm sold.
Me too.
Great.
Welcome to the world of Locomoto, where your story begins with a simple, rusty train which will become your new home. You'll take the role as train conductor, keeping your train in tip-top shape. Learn how to drive it and embark on a journey to help your hometown Barenpire solve its environmental struggles. Traverse and explore various stations and bring aboard quirky locals along the way. Pick
This is a
routes and
GT
drive
game,
them
I
to their
agree.
destination, and while traveling, you can of course service them to make sure they enjoy the ride. Scour the world for resources and craft unique sets of furniture to furnish your train with. Customize the exterior and interior of your train to make it feel like your own. There are many things to explore and discover in the world of Locomoto, so immerse yourself in this cozy experience when Locomoto arrives on the 8th of April 2025 on Steam and on Nintendo Switch later this year.
Please mind the gap, because Locomoto is pulling into a station near you on April the 8th. That was a real palate cleanser, so time for something gritty now, I think.
Precisely.
That was a good palate
Here's
cleanser.
Karma, The Dark World, an alt-history thriller where you dive into the brains of your suspects as an agent of the Thought Bureau. All right?
I don't want...
Tell me, do you think a glimpse of a memory is the absolute truth? You don't get to choose to see the events that led up to these memories, or what transpired after. Perhaps even just once given it some serious thought.
Mother?
Just what kind of memories make us the people today?
I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
I'm going to tear you apart.
Unravel the truth in Karma: The Dark World, which lands on PC and PS5 on March the 27th, which is exactly 1 week from now. Now, we all know you like watching trailers for games, but what about actually playing them too? Sound fun? Good. Because this next section focuses on indies with demos available on Steam, so you can check them all out right after the show.
Welcome to Eclipsium, a psychological horror adventure that has you exploring a crunchy, twisted dreamscape.
Next up, we've got White Knuckle, a speed climbing game where you scale the guts of a sinister substructure.
How about Weenie Wise, a cooperative
Weenie
puzzle
Wise, that's a
platformer
good name for a
starring
game.
magical school students.
Or Paper Sky, where you chart cell-shaded landscapes as a makeshift paper plane.
If you'd rather be a chaos gremlin, give Mother Machine a try. It's an action platformer where you chart quirky cave systems.
My girlfriend calls me a chaos gremlin. And finally, this is Artist Impact, a story-rich, turn-based RPG that blends pixel art with hand-drawn comic aesthetics. That was our ones to play montage. And the best way you can try those games out for yourself is by heading to our Future Game Show Steam page. Just search Future Game Show on Steam to get more info on the games we've covered today and maybe wishlist some of your favorites.
I know we harp on about wish listing a lot, but it is an important visibility signal for games in development, and every little bit helps.
Indeed. We're switching back into trailer mode now with another world premiere. This one's an exciting adaptation of a popular board game.
I think that might have been a glitch. I don't know. They kind of just like hung on a screenshot there. I don't know. The biggest board game Kickstarter of all time is what? I'm liking what I'm seeing here, but I don't know what this is. Like, what is the biggest board game Kickstarter of all time? Never heard of it. I'll write that one down.
That's right, Frosthaven, the board game, is now Frosthaven, the video game, and it's coming to PC in 2025.
This next game fulfills a lifelong dream of mine, to be a sheep wielding a great sword in a world run by wolves. Let's dig into the delightfully edgy revenge story of Stand Alone.
Yeah, see, Stand Alone, not a good name for a game. It's too generic. Naming things is hard, but I would come up with something else for that.
Stand Alone is coming to Steam in summer 2025.
Sweet. Okay, let's keep it rolling with the latest trailer from Mecha Break, a
Old
lightning-fast
Mecha
armored
Break.
brawler.
This game got some like really bad reviews during the most recent demo. I think it had something to do with like in-game microtransactions or something. I know, like, actually playing it seems to be really fun, but I think there's something else going on with it. I forget, is this a Nacon game, or is this NetEase, or who's the dev on this / publisher? I think that's why it's having problems. But maybe they learned from the demo they did, and they'll fix it for 1.0. Nope, no date yet.
Mecha Break is boosting its way into your rotation later this year. How are we looking, Jennifer?
Well, we're most of the way through the show now, Nolan North. But there's still a bunch of exciting games in the pipeline. Here's a double feature from our friends at Playdigious.
Is this a Bard simulator? If the bards were like rock and roll. Crown Gambit?
Fretless, The Wrath of Riften, and Crown Gambit are both coming to PC in 2025.
All right, Nolan North. I think it's safe to say we've covered a ton of games today. But what's one more world premiere between friends?
Oh, well, I'm not complaining. Let's check it out.
You can play as Robin Hood from the original Disney cartoon. I do like me a city builder. So instead of beavers, we're doing foxes? Oh, is it kind of like Civilization? Wait, what's the name of that game? Is it Prave?
Rave, Kingdom
Rave.
on the Distant Shores, is a city builder set in a fox-filled fantasy land, which is coming in 2026.
We've got something slightly less adorable for up next, but for good reason. Our final ones to watch deep dive tackles the next spine-chilling game from Tarsier Studios, the minds behind Little Nightmares.
Prepare yourself, because it's time for a closer look at the claustrophobic world of Reanimal.
Reanimal is a co-op horror adventure where you play two siblings and you're looking for your three friends.
These kids grew up in a lovely place, but due to reasons that become more apparent as you play the game, that lovely place has turned really quite nasty. And so your job as these two players is to go and rescue your other friends and try and escape this nasty place. The island itself, due to this inciting incident, has been fractured, and so it's in three large parts and a bunch of smaller bits. Each of your friends can be found in one of these big parts. It's a very simple tale of find yourself in hell, go through a really scary place, survive, and rescue your friend, you know. It's a tale as old as time.
Like, we really love seeing people go with us and just go the extra mile and find all those secrets and all these things and put it all together and come up with their theory, right? So I feel like if we give away too much up front, everybody loses.
We definitely give players more this time round than in previous games, but still it's nice to keep a little bit back
blur
so
out
you
his
can kind of meet
t-shirt?
in the
Why?
middle and see what people
Wonder what
make
it
of
says.
what you've given them and all that.
It's definitely a co-op game. You're together solving various like little, maybe puzzles is almost too much of a word there, but you're overcoming different obstacles in the world and survive various things we pitch against you together, right? So it's about the two players.
This is kind of
finding
like
ways to survive
Brothers,
and
A Tale of
rescuing
Two
their friends,
Sons,
really,
but
like we said
horror.
before.
Because I'm a big couch fan. Couch co-op is where it's at for me. But then a load of people love online. And then there's people who just want to do that together. So the fact that the tech team have managed to get all three boxes checked that front, I think, is really, really nice.
And what was also very, very important to us is that it's all kind of the same experience because this camera is always the same, right? We don't have split screen. In online co-op, you don't follow your character and the other one is doing whatever. It's always being together as the two characters. And yeah, like Mer said from the beginning, like scared together. That was one of the pillars. And I feel like this camera is kind of essential to pulling that off.
People have played our previous games together anyway, whether they was co-op or not. That made that decision feel quite a natural one. That like, people want this, and you know, let's do it. It's gonna be fun, you know.
Whenever we put something in the game, we are trying to make sure it doesn't get boring. It's something new. One thing we're really trying not to do is to give you the same thing over and over and over and just work based on a recipe. But instead, we're really questioning ourselves, is this unique within the game, right? I'm not saying unique across all games, but trying to give the player something fresh within the experience that we're crafting. And then hopefully that leads to something that people actually enjoy. Hope you enjoyed that behind-the-scenes look at Reanimal. Wishes us, and more info is coming soon.
Reanimal is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, so get that thing on your wish list. Now, what have we got next for the good people, Jennifer?
Okay, Nolan. So it's no secret here that at the Future Games Show, we're huge fans of Remedy Entertainment and their eerie, curiously entangled universe of games such as Control and Alan Wake.
And last year, the studio revealed a spin-off to Control called FBC Firebreak, a session-based co-op shooter where you tackle anomaly-busting jobs in the non-Euclidean confines of the oldest house.
If you've been anticipating this one, so have we. And good news, we're delighted to share the first gameplay trailer for FBC Firebreak, which will give you a taste of what to expect when the game launches later this year. Let's take a look.
This could actually be really, really good because it's from Remedy. I need to do Control again at some point, especially before Control 2. That game was so good. Yeah, Remedy's one of those studios that doesn't really miss.
We've had reports of rogue sticky notes replicating across this sector. If you don't cut back their numbers, this whole place will be yellow by morning. This crisis ain't over. Now get through the containment door to the next zone. Safe room dead ahead. Might contain something useful, but it'll probably attract a lot of... Oh, you already opened it. Never mind. You sure kicked the nest. There's hiss all over you.
Stand back! Piggy's coming out!
I'm paper! You gotta shoot him off me!
Paper monster.
What the?
Last containment door's open. Go, go!
I think I heard something.
All right, crew. Time to clean house.
That was FBC Firebreak, which is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in summer 2025. Now, you can find even more exclusive info on FBC Firebreak by heading to GamesRadar.com after the show. And I hate to say it, Jennifer, but is it time for our final trailer?
Nolan, I think it might be. But thankfully, our buddies at Bloober Team are sending us off with a developer diary for Chronos: The New Dawn, a survival horror game where you scour the future for remnants.
There's been a lot of horror
just
games
like
in
my
this
favorite
showcase.
sessions.
Chronos, it's a sci-fi survival horror, and in a way, a dream come true for us to make. The world of Chronos, it's like alternative history when the world ends in 80s by the apocalyptic event that we call The Change.
In Chronos, you play as a traveler, and the travelers, because there's more of them, are being sent to the ruins of human civilization to search for the time rifts and jump back in time to extract people who didn't survive the apocalypse.
Travelers are the only ones that can survive encounters with monsters.
We are calling them the orphans because they are what was left from humanity. To be honest, we can't wait to show you more about our game. We can confirm that something about the gameplay is coming soon.
So stay tuned.
Chronos: The New Dawn is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox later this year. But you can see more of it during our official post-show, FGS Live from GDC, which airs directly after the spring show.
That's right. For more exclusive info on Bloober Team's new game, you just need to stay tuned to the platform you're watching right now.
Yeah, now, Jennifer, despite what you said about that being the final trailer, the teleprompter,
Auto cue.
same thing, is still rolling for some reason.
Ah, yeah, I see. That must have been the tadpole talking.
The what now?
There's not enough time to unpack that. But it does mean we have one more thing. Oh. No time to dally, though. Prepare.
It's always the tadpole talking.
What?
Yes.
Saber Interactive, all right. What is this? Is this Darksiders? That's kind of a shot in the dark. Although Darksiders is single player. Painkiller. Okay.
Bam! Saber Interactive is bringing Painkiller back from the dead, and the remake is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. But with that, we really are out of time. The show is officially over. Jennifer English, it's been so much fun.
Nolan North, I think we smashed it.
Yes.
That was a lot to get through, but we hope you've all had fun watching this year's Spring Showcase. Thank you so much for joining us, but you should absolutely stick around as FGS Live from GDC starts immediately after this, with more deep dives, trailers, and exclusive world premieres. Don't miss it.
And before we head out, we'd also like to extend an enormous stream of thank yous to the people behind the scenes who made this broadcast possible, including the developers that poured their time and hearts into making the trailers we aired today. Show them some love by wish listing and following their games.
Don't forget you can head to the Future Games Show Steam page to see everything we've covered and follow up on your favorite projects. There'll also be videos and articles with extra details landing on GamesRadar.com and FGS YouTube channel right after the show.
I'm Jennifer English.
And I'm Nolan North.
And this has been the Future Game Show Spring Showcase 2025.
All right, there we go, chat.
Smashed it.
Smashed it. Montage. All right, let me do this. Do we got music? All right. So yeah, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa. That's not what I want to do. Here real quick, we are actually gonna go, we're gonna go to Steam. Was this too loud? Hold on, this is probably too loud. Let's turn that down. So I'm gonna wish list the games that I thought were the best games. So let's see here. I might have to manually search because they did show a lot of games. Oh, they have games listed here that they didn't even show. Like, they didn't show the altars. Oh, here we go. Is this in order? Oh, this might even be in order. No, it's not in order. Well, here's Kingmaker. I'm gonna wishlist that. Let's see here. Wait, don't I already have... Wait, I don't have... Oh. I don't know why I don't have Expedition 33 already wishlisted. Did I... Yeah, here's Frosthaven. I'm gonna wishlist that. Cloudheim. We're gonna wishlist that. This game... I'm gonna wishlist that. I think was that it? Was that everything I wrote down? Oh, where's Neo Gen? I missed that one. Neo Gen and the other one that was something or other, Life After Gods. Those were all the ones that I had wrote down. Why am I not seeing... Oh, here's the one with the really long, weird name. Where is... It's either not here or I'm blind. Oh, wait. There's that one. Okay. Yeah, we, let's, this has got a demo. Let's try and download this demo here real fast. We might be able to take a quick peek at this game. But yeah, just a solid little showcase. Again, it's mostly indie games and AA. But yeah, like I said, I wrote down a handful of games that I'm going to keep an eye on. And yeah, we'll check out some of these demos. Here real quick, for those who are watching on YouTube, there you go. That'll go ahead and wrap this one up. So Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.